Season 1 of Solo Leveling was an absolute ride. We got Sung Jin-woo going from the weakest hunter to an absolute beast you wouldn't want to mess with. And honestly, it's been the best glow up in anime history. Let's dive into everything that went down, all the epic fights, heartbreaking moments, and of course, that Shadow Army. If you need a refresher before Season 2 drops, this video is for you. So, meet Sung Jin-woo. The guy's an E-rank hunter, which is basically the anime equivalent of being the intern no one wants to trust to make coffee. His job is to fight monsters, but here's the catch, he's terrible at it. Monsters take one look at him and go, easy snack. Even his teammates are like, why are you even here again? But Jin-woo isn't just a walking meme. He's got a heart of gold. He's doing this to take care of his sick mom and pay for his little sister's education. If that's not protagonist material, I don't know what is. Unfortunately, his track record in dungeons is... let's just call it not great. But hey, every underdog story has to start somewhere, right? Everything changes when Jin-woo's party stumbles into a double dungeon. If you're new to this, a double dungeon is like walking into a haunted house, but the ghosts have laser eyes and the house wants to kill you. They walk in and boom, there's a bunch of creepy statues and weird rules. The statues are like, bow, run, or die. Naturally, everyone panics and chaos ensues. Jin-woo, poor guy, gets absolutely wrecked. But just when you think it's curtains for him, the system shows up like, surprise, you're the main character now. And just like that, Jin-woo gets the ultimate upgrade. He's now a player, meaning he can level up, unlock new skills, and basically go from being a human punching bag to an absolute monster. Talk about New Game Plus, boys. From here, it's all about the grind. Jin-woo doesn't just level up, he speed runs the entire game. He starts taking on dungeons solo, fighting monsters way above his pay grade, and coming out alive. Barely. But pushing himself to his limits allows him to grow and get stronger at an even faster rate. Along the way, he unlocks insane abilities like stealth, regeneration, and my personal favorite, summoning shadows. It's like Pokemon, but way cooler. His ability Stealth allows him to camouflage with his surroundings and hide all traces of his presence, eventually turning himself both physically and magically invisible. Jin-woo is able to regenerate from any kind of damage done to his body, with the exception of fatal wounds such as being stabbed through the heart. This also includes lost limbs, as shown by how Jin-woo was able to completely regenerate his right leg after he lost it during the first double dungeon incident. Basically, he's OP. And speaking of shadows, let's talk about my boy, Igris. This guy is Jin-woo's first major shadow summon. He's basically Artorias from Dark Souls. And he's the MVP of the Shadow Army. Cool, loyal, and always ready to throw hands. Even though Jin-woo's all about solo leveling, he does make some allies along the way. First up, we've got Yo Jin-ho. He's the rich, bubbly guy who just wants to be like Jin-woo's sidekick. Then there's Cha Ha-in, an S-rank hunter with an incredible sense of smell. And by incredible, I mean she literally can't stand being around other hunters because they stink. Except Jin-woo. Coincidence? I think not. There's definitely some chemistry brewing there, and I definitely ship it. But let's be honest, we're all here for the action first and romance second. Yo boys, quick little interruption. I'm gonna be doing a anime watch party live on Twitch, reacting to all of Solo Leveling Season 1 and the new episode of Season 2, so come by and drop a follow. I do my anime reactions there close to daily. I'd really appreciate a follow. Back to the video. Season 1 gave us some of the most hype fights in recent memory. Let's break it down. Jin-woo joins a group of shady hunters for what seems like a routine raid, but surprise, these scumbags leave him for dead, hoping the dungeon boss will finish him off. What they don't know is that Jin-woo's no longer the weak E-rank hunter they think he is. In an epic showdown, he battles the boss head on, using his speed, tactics, and growing strength to land a jaw-dropping victory. And when the betrayers return, oh, Jin-woo delivers cold, calculated revenge. His dominance leaves them quaking in fear. Lesson learned, never mess with our boy Sung Jin-woo. And now, we've definitely seen a shift in his personality and character. He is no longer just killing monsters, but also humans. Next up, Jin-woo joins a dungeon raid with a group of hunters and prisoners on death row. Yep, you heard that right, convicts fighting monsters. Things take a deadly turn when one of the prisoners, a skilled assassin, targets Jin-woo in the chaos. But Jin-woo doesn't just survive, he thrives. In a one-on-one battle full of surprises, Jin-woo dismantles the assassin with precision, proving once again that he's not the weakling everyone underestimates. On top of that, two of the people that remember him as an E-rank hunter back in the double dungeon now realize how much he's changed. By the end, Jin-woo walks out not just as a survivor, but as the scariest hunter in the room. And finally, the moment that changed everything, Jinwoo versus Igris, the red armored knight and one of the most powerful enemies he's ever faced. The battle is intense, clashing swords, near-death moments, and Jinwoo pushing himself to the limit. But mid-fight, the system rewards him with something incredible, the power to summon shadow soldiers. With his newfound ability, Jinwoo turns the tide of the battle and defeats Igris, claiming the elite knight as his first ever shadow summon. This marks the birth of Jinwoo as a true shadow necromancer. Each fight is bigger, badder, and more satisfying than the last. Jinwoo doesn't just win, he flexes and we love to see it. Let's talk about the Shadow Army. By the end of Season 1, Jinwoo isn't just a hunter, he's basically a dungeon boss with an army of loyal shadows. And one thing I really love about this is I didn't see him being a necromancer coming from a mile away. You think he's just gonna get super strong, super fast, there's gonna be some dark moments, maybe he's gonna be an assassin or a rogue or like an absolute tank or something, but he's a necromancer, but also all the other things, but the Shadow Army is definitely the coolest. We've got Igris, the knight in Shining Shadow, but even more importantly, these are monsters or people who have died and he turns into shadows. Remember, he's a necromancer. With each fight, Jinwoo's army grows, and it's honestly one of the coolest parts of the series. Who doesn't want their own little Pokemon squad of shadow minions? Season 1 wraps up with a bang. What was your favorite moment? When he 1v1'd the dungeon spider boss? Or maybe when he took on that bloodthirsty assassin? Let me know down below. Jinwoo's now an A-rank hunter, but let's be real, he's already an S-rank in our hearts. The S-rank hunters are watching him, and the gates are opening wider. Season 2 is setting up to be absolute chaos, and I, for one, can't wait to see Jinwoo unleash his full power. So there you have it, everything you need to know about Season 1 of Solo Leveling. Sung Jinwoo went from underdog to unstoppable, and now we're all hyped to see what's next. Don't forget to subscribe for more. I'm super pumped for 2025. I'm going to be trying to drop a lot more content, and I would really appreciate a sub. Or let's hit like 200,000 or 300,000 subs this year. That'd be hype. I always stream on Twitch, and I post a bunch of podcasts on Spotify and stuff like that, so that's all linked below. But I think it's really important I focus on YouTube again this year and bring it back with a bang. And just like that, I'll see you all next time, boys. Shinpaku. Alright boys, we're bringing back the Q&A. It's been a while, but back in the day I used to do #BriggsQ and answer them at the end of my videos, just like for an extra minute or two to the content. And we're going off of Twitter this time, but if you want, you could ask questions down below in the comments of this YouTube video, and I'll probably answer them in the next one, if they're decent questions. Alright, we're going to scroll through it here. Any cool plans for 2025, whether it's for content or for life? Well, I just moved out, so that's exciting. I am working some side jobs, but for the most part, I am a full-time content creator. But with Twitch and Spotify being a little bit like lower earnings than in the past and just not doing as well, I really need to bring myself back to make YouTube content, and I'm excited. I have all these ideas I want to try out. I haven't been this motivated in a while. I think moving out has made me more motivated because I have all these extra bills to pay, and I was thinking of ideas and playing with things, and I feel like I feel like I'm addicted to the algorithm again, which is always great. All right, that was Eddie's question. Ixis said it'd be cool if you did a vid covering Badeni from Orb. Orb is honestly an underrated gem of an anime, but I need to get caught up, so maybe I'll do an Orb episode in a while. Right now I'm focusing on Solo Leveling, maybe some ReZero, maybe some One Piece, anything that's like really poppin' that I'm really into. It's kind of what my focus is on right now. But if you ever are interested in checking out my Twitch streams, that's where I do a lot of my live reactions to less popular anime, and then I do podcasts on them and discuss them with other influencers. Influencers just sounds weird, I don't like it. Excited to see what you got coming for this year, Briggs. Are there any events you plan on going to, and will there be Cooking with Briggs? So Cooking with Briggs will be live on Twitch at some point. I have a few things I want to make. I want to try to recreate some Food Wars dishes, even just do like a pizza night, maybe with Lauren, have some wine, make some pizza on stream, and yap it up with you guys. That's always fun. But yes, Cooking with Briggs will be a thing. Me and Rustage and Noble and Tekking and Spooky and Daniel Green and Schwabity, we sometimes do live D&D campaigns. We did one in London, we did one in LA. I'm hoping we could just do another one in the US. It's a lot easier for me to go to the US and Europe. So I'm hoping we do one in New York this year. No guarantee, we don't do it every year, but you know, every now and then we try to do it, so we'll keep you guys updated on that. Do I like popcorn? Yeah, I don't dislike popcorn, but I'm lactose as fuck, and popcorn's better with butter. So unless I'm making it at home, in the movie theaters, I don't really get it. But who goes to movies nowadays, right? Anything else? Steelers asked, make a Q of the day that hasn't been done before. Look in the Discord under the phrase Q of the day from my user. do your worst. So question of the day that has never been done before. Are you asking me on Briggs Q? So you're asking me a question to ask a question. So what if I go into the general of your question of the day and say, hey, ask me a question on Briggs Q that's never been done before, and just reverse it, just Uno reverse you. This question is brought to you by the man Fletcher on Discord, Kelcher on Discord, my bad, since he doesn't have a Twitter account. Is Buster Bust ever coming back? Because I've seen other AnyTubes playing the same game on you. Really? People stole my Buster Bust? That's awesome, dude. I need to check it out. Maybe I'll react to it. Maybe we'll bring it back. I don't know. I kind of ran out. I feel like it was just a lot of work finding two different influencers who both watch anime, who both watch anime, and maybe their anime that they've watched overlap, that I haven't already used those characters before. I started overlapping characters. We had a bunch of episodes. It was a good run, but I don't know if it'll ever come back. Maybe at some point I'll do like a special episode here and there, but I don't think I'll bring back like seasons of it, you know? But yeah, I think that's the end of my questions. Leave a Briggs Q down below. Subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitch. I love you gamers so much. The year of 2025, we make a big YouTube comeback, boys. Let's fucking go.